everybody, I am Kari the Mortician, and today I'm here to tell you about a new product available for students who are gearing up to take their national board exam. Now, the national board exam is the huge, gigantic exam that awaits students at the end of mortuary school. It is accredited by certain, One of the big goals of mortuary school is to get students ready to take this large exam. Now, it is broken into two parts, the arts and the sciences, and there's 170 questions, 170 in each section. Big exam, not exaggerating this. And it could be over anything that is studied in mortuary school. And in mortuary school, we hit on so many topics: psychology, sociology, anatomy, chemistry, biology, and a little bit, you name it, counseling, restorative art, embalming, just everything. So there's all these little pieces sprinkled around the national board exam, and students head in to take that. There's many different ways students study for these exams. This new item that is on the market, I think, is going to be a game changer when it comes to students. And it seems like such a simple concept, but I think you're going to love it. So, introducing the all-encompassing National Board Examination Terminology Flashcards by the NBE Review Coach. If you don't know who the NBE Review Coach is, I'm going to have a link in the description of this video so you can easily go check out all of her products. But so this new one, guys, I'm not joking, this is insane. How many hours would it take you to write out all of these cards? So you got the word, and then you get the definition. Super durable, super easy. You could throw a stack of these in like your car and look them over before you start driving, and when you get to where you're going to refresh on them, hammer them out. But do you know how long it would take me to write these cards if I had to write them? Hokey Pete. So today I am going to present this new product, literally like nobody knows about it yet, hardly. It is barely on the market. So I'm going to introduce this to a few students who are currently working towards that national board exam. And I'm going to ask them what their techniques have been for studying so far. And I'm going to get their response on what they think of these cards and if they think they would be of value to them. So let's head over to chat with some students. Here we are, everyone. We're here with two students. We have Tony is up in Minnesota, and Tony is in mortuary school finishing up her last classes. So you have your national boards, both sections coming up.
Yes.
Probably in the next few months.
Correct.
Correct. And Sally is finished, graduated mortuary school out east, and she is in Connecticut, gearing up to take the science portion of her national board exam and getting an apprenticeship out there. So Sally, tell me a little about how you prepared up to take the arts section.
Basically, I think this is kind of almost the religious text of students. I brought my stuff with me. This bad boy here, the conference exam test book. Basically, I went through that. I had all of my notes organized for the classes that they covered in that portion of the exam. I took, because the way I learn, I'm really good at cramming and then passing a test. If I learn stuff, I will forget it eventually. So for me personally, the 2 weeks before, I really, really took the time out and crammed and paced it out. I did like one class a day. And I went through that book. I went through all of my notes. I reread them. I underlined stuff that I may not have noticed the first time, and flashcards. A lot of flashcards.
Okay, Tony, what are you doing to ramp up to study for yours?
I am going through all my flashcards, and for our professional review, we have to fill out this purple book that's about 2 inches or a little bit bigger. So we have all these questions. We have to handwrite all of them, and we have to also handwrite some definitions that they have in there. So I am going through that right now. I haven't purchased the conference book at all. I'm looking into some other programs at the moment, but haven't really dug deep into them.
Okay. What do you think? So I'm going to show you guys a new product that came out. I'm going to get your honest feedback on this, and we'll see what you think. So do you guys know who the NBE Review Coach is? Have you heard about any of her classes and things?
No.
I've heard about them. I think I've seen them advertised on different Facebook groups.
She has different classes to study and stuff. So they have come out with this.
Wow.
So literally every flashcard you could ever need already prepared for you. So Tony, how much time have you spent putting together flashcards?
Oh gosh, hours, weeks.
How important do you think flashcards have been in your studying? I mean, Sally, you've already taken, but having a flashcard with the National Board Exam approved definitions, it's not just like, I'm trying to pull a card out of here that is maybe something most people would know, like parietal. It's not just putting what I think parietal is, but putting what they might put on that exam, worded that exact way, which I think sometimes is really important, is the way that things are worded, not just conceptually how we remember what that word is, because that's not what we're going to see on the test. So how important were those in your studying?
Very important.
Very important. Yeah. Even in just like the arts portion, there's sometimes like, I don't remember specifically the questions that I was given, but there were instances where there's like out of 4 multiple choice questions, there was 2 technically right answers, but 1 was more right. And you had to pick that one. Okay. I think if you had the literal definition of something fresh in your head, that would be very beneficial.
Super beneficial. Well, and very mobile. I think one good thing about index cards is the mobility, that you can just grab a little stash and take with you. And even if you're working, you can pull a few out, read over them, stick them back in, and then go about your day. And you can't really bring a National Board Exam study guide with you and quickly flip through it.
Yeah, because you can take like 50 or 100 cards with you. And if you're waiting before a visitation to start, you can flip them through and everything and just keep on doing little mini study sessions.
Correct. Well, and that to me, like an idea, I always did well taking idea and like just beating it to death into my head to the point that I had looked at it so many times. It was in there somewhere, even if I couldn't verbalize. If somebody said, hey, Kari, what is parietal? I don't know, it has something, but yet my mind was showing me what it was, but I couldn't, it wasn't coming out, but you could recognize it maybe on a test. So yeah, I agree. So what do you guys think would be the biggest benefit if you had this in your hands? This really heavy big box of cards.
I think it would be benefit because it is the actual NBE definitions. That is the big player, because right now I'm not really sure if our instructors maybe had adjusted the definitions that we learned for our classes. We have a big glossary. I find the word and then I write it down, but how do I know exactly that it is the correct definition?
Correct. No, I think you're right on with some of that. What do you think, Sally, might be one of the best?
I think also too, just to have all those words in one place, it's very easy to kind of organize it. Like, especially myself personally, I'm very scattered. So to just have like one place, like I know the definitions are like right here. I don't have to go flipping through like all of my stuff to find it, like in between like notes and stuff. I think that's very beneficial.
Well, so this set is now for sale on the NBE Review Coach's website. So anybody can go get it there now and order it. She ships within 24 hours. So today, this set I'm going to give to one of you.
Wow.
And then you can pass it on to somebody. So I have your names. I literally, they're balled up because all I had was sticky notes. And so I had to ball them so they would stick, and I have no idea. So I'm just going to pull one name and we'll read. It's kind of fun to give stuff away. I'm not going to lie. I enjoy it. So can we read? It's Tony.
Tony.
Tony. Is it Anthony is your full name?
My name is Tony Antoinette, but I have it changed different for Facebook.
Oh, gotcha. I love it. So Tony, I'm going to mail these to you.
Okay.
In a big, ginormous, super heavy box one day you're going to receive. So you'll have to send me over your address. Well, thank you, ladies, for joining me and sharing a little about your experience. I know that the National Board Exam gets a lot of people super stressed and nervous because of it's really this mountain that you have to be able to pass in order to get into the vocation you want to get to. So kudos to you guys. Good luck on the upcoming national boards when you take them.
Thank you
very much.
Thanks, guys. Thank you again for the two students joining me, sharing with me their experiences, getting ready for the national board exam. Now, you study over the course of your schooling, but then you have your apprenticeship you may be studying during, or that in-between phase, as we found one of the students or graduates is in. So these national board exam flashcards from the NBE Review Coach come in either the arts section or the science section. So if you want to invest in just one set because you're gearing up for one of the divisional tests, then you can order just one. Some people have stronger suit, and maybe I don't need to study as much for, say, the science, because that comes a little bit easier to me and I don't need as much study time, or whatever the situation, you can get just one set of them. So when you go on their website for that ordering process, you could choose what you would like. While you are on the NBE Review Coach website, you can also check out all the other offerings that there are, different classes, different study things. Check out everything that the NBE Review Coach has to offer. Thanks again for joining us, and go check out their products.